Hi, I'm Linda Bayer.
So going back to the early formulation of Hartford 2000, what would you say were the defining catalysts for organizing, maintaining, and evolving Hartford 2000? What or who were those catalysts? How did that come together, and why are you still here today?
I think that there are a couple of catalysts, and y'all jump in when you want to, but one was the state legislation. I don't think we ever would have formed Hartford 2000 without that, yeah. And then the money that when we said either we all get it or none of us get it, and then the governor said, well, okay, and we went, whoa, working together works better than working apart. Whoa, what a concept. I don't think we said that, but that still, it was surprising.
You realized it.
Yeah, you realized it. And then I think the diversity of the people around the table, although we've always been, I think, a little lax, or I don't know what the word is, but in including the Latino community. I mean, I think that's something. But other catalyst people, I think, are the original co-chairs, and you mentioned Pam and tall woman, Peg Stewart, and Bernadine, and you were, and in those formative days, I think that they are strong personalities.
Let's start with the basics. What is Hartford Decides, and how did this all come about?
It's called participatory budgeting.
Yeah.
The word is too long, the phrase is too hard, so we call it Hartford Decides. But it's basically that real people get to make real decisions about real money. And it's been done in a number of communities, Boston, Cambridge. We're the first city in Connecticut to do it. The city put aside the $1.25 million, as you mentioned, and volunteers got together, brainstormed ideas.
Okay.
Then the action teams, which are groups of volunteers, turned those ideas into projects.
Linda was more than a friend, a co-worker. Linda was family. She knew the true meaning of dedication, commitment, tolerance, and most of all, teamwork. I know Linda's in a very special place, and I miss her with all my heart.
I knew Linda Bayer for many years, and she was always an individual who was willing to help, willing to assist and offer a helping hand. If you met Linda for the first time, she would make you feel as if you knew her forever, for a long time. She was welcoming, she was warm, and she was an individual with an awful lot of intellect and institutional knowledge, which made her a tremendous asset to the workers and the employees of the city of Hartford. She was a special person. I know she's in a special place right now, and she will be missed in so many different ways.
Linda had great institutional knowledge that spread across various administrations that helped administrations transfer smoothly. If it was anything to do with city council, any NRZs, she was literally a wealth of knowledge, and that is something that's going to be missed. And as cliche as it sounds, Linda was one of those individuals with her personality and her feel-good attitude and vibes that literally resonated with anybody she worked with. And like I said, that's a cliche statement, but this one individual had an impact on the city, and there's no two ways to say it. So at that, thank you for your time. Miss you, Linda.
Hi, I'm Shelley. I had the pleasure of meeting Linda in 1996. Mutual Housing had just came on board, and they needed 2 residents to sit on the board of directors, and that's how I met Miss Linda. And she was always bubbly and smiley, happy, and I remember one day asking her, do people call you Gidget? Because that's what she reminded me of, Gidget. And when I came here to City Council, started working with the council as council staff, I said, hey, Gidget, and we just had a laugh. She remembers my children when they were born. It's been a long time. She's always been friendly, she's always been encouraging, and she's definitely been informative when it came not only to Mutual Housing, but working here in City Council's office. She will be missed. Thank you, Linda, for being our friend.
We all remember Linda as someone who always had a sense of humor and never seemed to get flustered, even as she got a whole lot done. And one of the things that we joked about was a certain book, which I think I gave her at one point, called Well-Behaved Women Seldom Make History. And by that little discussion, we show that people in different ways can contribute to the success in their job and the welfare of others. And she was generous in that regard by having a lot of community involvement and again seeming to bring other people together in a constructive way. And when she released information, it was generally very helpful, well said, and to the point, such that it was invaluable in helping us govern this little city with a sense of liveliness that she showed more than many of us in some difficult circumstances. So we thank her for that liveliness and that efficiency that helped us in many ways get things done with a sense of equanimity and calm that is not always prevalent here. So that's what I would like to say in gratitude toward her style, her attitude, and her knowledge. And she did make history in her own little way as well.
Thank you, Linda's family, for this opportunity just to say a few kind words about my good friend Linda Bear. Linda was a lifesaver for me. She provided me with the necessary information I wouldn't normally have access to here on council. Enough information that I could take back to my West Indian community and my African American community that will just make the world of difference. Whenever you start a new job, you always post something important on your computer screen. Mine was my password, turnaround, and Linda Bear's contact. It was easy to love Linda always. She was like that Mini Cooper she drove. Zippy, reliable, always on the move. She was literally just that transparent, even in the car she drove. We love her, we miss her, and she will always have a special place in our hearts. Thank you.
Hello, my name is James Jimmy Sanchez. I am the majority leader here at City Council, and I'd like to say a few words for Linda Bear. And you've always contributed and been dedicated your entire life to the city of Hartford. I really appreciate that, and so does everyone else. Thank you so much, Linda, for all that you've done and for all your service here to the city of Hartford and its residents. God bless you. Ciao.
Hello, everybody, to Linda Bear's family, our community and friends. Thank you for the opportunity to say a few words about my former colleague and dear friend and mentor. I was born and raised in the city of Hartford. I'm currently council president, but I've known Linda Bear for many years, at least 15 years, prior to when I was an intern at the city of Hartford and she was working in the city manager's office and all the other places that she worked within the city. And more recently, I've had the pleasure of working with her as a council person and council president, and words just cannot express just the gratitude that the community in Hartford and her colleagues and the loss that we share in just her great public service. I have not known a more committed individual to the city of Hartford, and we have been so grateful to have her service here. I remember just going to her for little things and big things, and her just always ready and willing to roll up her sleeves. So we appreciate her for that. And so thank you to her entire family for allowing us to have her and share her with the community of Hartford. And it's been a huge loss for the city of Hartford, but she will always be remembered in our hearts and our mind, and a part of the fabric of this community. So thank you again, and God bless. And this meeting is adjourned. That's for Linda. Take care.
And also thank you to Hartford Public Access Television for making this film possible. Thank you.